All right, welcome back. This is picking up, this is part two of trying to do problem 7. Okay, I finally figured out what was going on. Okay, so here's test file A, and here's, well, not test file, but script A, and here's script B. Evidently, because I was testing this script, the first thing it does is imports A. Okay, and in importing A, it's going to read all that stuff, but see the code, this code here is being executed. So we're going right into play. Now, I don't know, that's not really what we wanted to do, and the code was in B, so I commented over those lines right there. So now we're into B right here, and this should execute. And then I did some debug there, debug equals true, and you know, we want, like I think I explained before, we want to know where we were in the loops and what have you, okay? So now there's, I got 2 copies of A, I got 2 copies of B, so just, all right, so let me go back to my test file. All right, there we go, and let's run this. Now, okay, good, computer loop, that's one of my debugs. Here we go, so that means I am in B. Finally, I didn't even run any code in A. I've imported A, all the functions and what, but I'm not executing that code. I didn't know that. I just thought it would import, but what it is it'll import code that you want to do. These are just functions. They're not going to do anything unless you call them, which I should have known, but I finally figured it out. So in B, one of my debugs, computer loop. This just tells me, hey, okay, I'm in the computer loop. All right, so that's good to know. Now, and here now, enter an option. So I want to enter new game. Okay, user input 1 recognized, and I put in here debug. So I did recognize that my N was print user recognized. Okay, now the next one. And I was having a problem here. I'm going to work this out together. Now, enter option. I want to put computer. Okay. Gives me a current hand and stops. So I've got a problem. So let's go in here. Okay, now I entered a C. This says here, I entered a C. I entered it, and good input goes to false. So, this while loop is right here. Input's false, so that exits out of there. And now, actually, hold on here, hold on. Yeah, we got out of here because we got out of this loop because we entered N or R. Okay, so we're out of there. And we changed good input to when we got the N or R, good input was true. So we're out of this while loop and we're in this one. Now it asks me, enter option computer or human. I entered a C and I put a lowercase. Now, if user input is a C, if user input is in this list, this dictionary, that's a dictionary, then good input equals false, okay? So we're not gonna keep doing this loop. So we're good there. And so we come down here, if user input equals C, and it does. If I hit C, but, and I want a new hand. So we're in C, and user input was an N, okay? Hand equals that. And then computer play hand. So the computer played his hand. So let's see what happened. Oh, we went to the computer play hand. What happens when you do that? Computer play hand. I probably, okay. Total score, wow, count, okay. It displayed the hand. Then, now see, where's my return? Hand displayed, hand finished with the computer, exhausted its possible choices. The sum of the word scored is displayed. I didn't see that. So we displayed the hand. Display hand. Hand, okay? Computers, and now word equals computer, choose word, hand, word list, n. This is probably needs to be, instead of an n, I've got to give it something. Yeah, we know it has to be hand size, right? Hand size. That's why it died. This didn't do anything. And word equals none. It broke because it didn't get anything back for word. Okay, and that's why it ended. So that's got to be it. It needed hand size. Okay. Okay. And let me see. And this one should be hand size too. Hand size. Okay. All right. Let's file. Let's save that. Let's go back to our test case. Oh, see, I filled that in, and now we start to get stuff. Okay, let's try running this again. Okay. I want a new game. I want the computer. That's the current hand. And again, oh, you know what? I didn't wait long enough. Maybe hand size didn't need to be done. Because that might have been it. Maybe it was thinking. This is supposed to take a while. Let me go back and look at B again. Make sure that changing it to hand size. Okay, word equals hand, word list, hand size. Well, yeah, I definitely had to do that. Well, even if it took a long time and I did fix it with hand size, this is going to take a while to go. So, you know, I said be patient. Because this has to go through every word. Well, I don't like this at all. There we go. That's fine. Zaxxas. That's a word. Earned 105 points. Current hand DV. Now, is that the way it's supposed to end? Okay. Let's go back and look. Okay. Okay, total score. Display hand. Word equals that. Else. Okay, else. So user how many points? And that. Hand equals update hand. Okay. This is the computer play hand. Let me see if it's still thinking. My computer sounds like it is. DV should be pretty easy to go through. You almost need, like, if there's no vowels or whatever. Okay, let me go through this again. Okay, you choose the word. After every valid word, the word and the score for that word is displayed. Remaining letters are displayed, and the computer chooses another word. The hand finish when the computer is exhausted is possible choices. Oh, if it returns none, end the game, break. End the game, break out of the loop. Okay. And if you, what am I doing when I break out of that? Oh, there we go. Total score 105 points. Okay. It did it. It just takes a long time. Well, let me make sure that I am doing what it asked me. Computer chooses a word. After a valid word, the word and the score for that word is still in the display, and the computer chooses another word. Some of the words scored is displayed in the hand. The hand finishes when the computer is exhausted. It's possible choices. Okay. Turns none. Now, you explain here, If word equals none, end the game, break out of the loop. Break. Okay. Else, okay. Game is over. User entered A or ran out of letters, so tell user total score. Print total score. Okay. Now here's where we can go back into this. Now we did that. We did the total score. Now when you're coming here, now I need to go back up. See, that's what the problem is here now. You got C, computer hand. When he's done, okay. When he's done here, else. Should come back to the play game. Why isn't it? Okay. It started there. No, it doesn't. It did play the game. Then, oh, okay. When you come out of this, you're going to want to good input needs to be, okay, good input is false, but it's not going to come back up there because this is equal. So this all needs to be put over. Pretty sure I want, if I bring everything over 1, I just tab it over. We're gonna back up there because good input's false, and we'll continue. Because good input okay, it's false, so we'll keep coming up. Because, okay, and it won't, see, because this loop here, this needs to be, all this has to be over. All this needs to be over, all right? Okay, because got that, and then when we're in this loop, good input, that'll get us out. Okay, let's see what happens now. File, save. Okay, now let's try this. And be patient. Okay, new game, computer. Okay. DUN, done. Oh my God, there's not a whole lot there, huh? Boy, I know I can never beat this guy. Sorry, just have to wait through this as we're debugging here. Okay, still going through. Cubing. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. And that's only worth 66 points. I mean, one letter. How long does it take for one letter? You got to go through all those words. Yeah, you got to be able to put in some you know, you almost, I think if you took your word list and you separated the words by the amount of letters you had in it, and then you only searched words that were your size or smaller, that would make these searches go faster. Like it wouldn't search, you wouldn't have, you might have a couple words, single letter with any. Now, if this works right, it should come back right to the beginning. And I should see, okay, enter option, new game, replay, or exit. Okay, so total score. Now let me look, should I have seen computer loop or not? No, I don't think, no, I should not, because the debug is outside that loop. I should see user input. Okay, so let's go replay the hand. Okay, user input. Let's go human. Okay, and I'll just put big. Okay, word score 18, and then let's see, anything else, and I will. Oh, let me enter something invalid. Oh, word is not valid. Okay, UNDC. Let's see if the score also, how that goes. Let's go period. My score is 18. Okay, new game, human. All right. Wig, 21 points. Okay. Do I have another word? Let's try Zik. Huh, not valid. End game. Boom. Can I replay that? User is in. Let the computer. This is it. Last test here. I do right here. Let's see. I only got 21 points. Let's see what the computer does. That is interesting, because now you can play, see how many points you can get, and now you can see what the computer can do. That is truly fascinating. After this, that'll be the test, and I will probably do some more background testing afterward with some of the cases you guys gave us, but I mean, this is enough video for you to watch. Let's just see what happens here. And I don't know how I'm going to supply you my code, because depending on which one you run, well, you need that code there if you're testing. I guess the one on PS4A, now that's just running a script. Current hand, okay, that's 4. Oh, Wiz, W-I-Z, I guess that's a word. It's 45 points, yeah. If I take that code out, the way you guys, I don't know how you guys are testing it. I absolutely do not know how you're testing it. I'll have to look at the instructions and see how you're going to see the code works, because if I didn't uncomment those in 4S4A, but see, you may not even need to run 4S4A, because basically, if you just run 4S4B, I mean PS4B, you're getting a test on PS4A. So I'll make sure that code is taken out like I did here, and it should be fine. Should be fine. Okay. Oh, it's going through. We're almost done. Oh. All right. Oh, geez, he came up with 2 words. There's wig, which is the first one I came up with, but I didn't think whiz was going to be a word. So there we go. I'll run through it again. This is very slow, and that would be a good exercise. How can you speed this up? And I think that's one thing to do is you limit your search to the words that are your same size or smaller. And that would greatly speed it. The first search is always going to be long, but you have words in there that may be longer than seven letters. There might be some other things. I don't know. One thing is I don't think you get enough vowels. I think the algorithm for vowels on this is too small. I think you should get 3 vowels. Well, when 7, you're talking 2. I guess that's right. Okay, there we go. Let's hit exit. See that? Yep, game over. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'm going to get this submitted.